I guess you could say this was a night of first here in Seattle. The Sounders winning over the New York Red Bulls 4-2. Hi again, everyone. I'm Tony Ventrella, SoundersFC.com. First match at officially now CenturyLink Field. The first goal by Roger Levesque at home, and he had two. First goal as a Sounder by Eric Freeberg, and an enormous crowd and a victory. Boy, what else could you ask for?
Just about being in the right place at the right time. You know, you always got to be ready. You get a chance like this, and you got to make the best of it. Brian Schmetzer told me to go in and be aggressive and just make an impact. Hopefully I did that.
What was your post-goal celebration? Sitting on the side, holding the nose, going over? Were you diving into a pool or what?
Yeah, no, that's known as the scuba dive. Mike Facito and I have been trying to perfect that off the field. I think we've done a good job.
Of course, it's fun to score a goal, and I mean that helps the team. And I have a couple of chances before that I should score. So. No, scored my first goal, and hopefully it's going to come a couple of goals again.
It was an exciting night for sure. All the fans here should have been excited by this game. You know, we got 3 goals on corner kicks, you know, indirectly, you know, a couple of shots, but they came on the heels of a corner kick. One of the things we had felt is that they had given up a lot of goals on set pieces and corners, and we wanted to take advantage of that a little bit, which we did. You know, play spotty at times, but you know, I thought we stepped up. We did what we had to do to win. You know, we capitalized on a mistake by their goalkeeper, and being able to get 3 points at home is a great feeling. It was very important, and getting you know, 4 goals as well.
You know, you take a 2-goal lead and the team gets back in the game, you know, via, you know, a couple deflections, but granted our second goal was a deflection as well. So, you know, that kind of stuff happens, and it's just great to see the team just dig in. And, you know, Raj came on and did what you want every sub to do. You know, I'm just happy, just so happy for him. You know, he's a great team player, works his socks off, and just love to see him get the reward.
Couple of corner kicks for Leo Gonzalez tonight. Coach Sigi Schmidt loved that, especially because one of them led to a goal.
Last year I tried to talk Leo into taking corners and free kicks. He didn't want to do it. So after he saw Tyson Wall have some success, now he wanted to get in on the action. And so I didn't have him on the board to hit the corner kicks before the game. And he said, Coach, I think I can hit the corners from that side. And I said, okay, if you feel up to it, you know, and I told the team, hey, he can go over, and he hit it. So he sprinted across the field, took the ball away from Morrow, hit a great corner, you know, and Roger makes a great run to the near post.
Everybody was impressed with the crowd, and why not? 46,065 for this match tonight.
Yeah, it seemed a little louder. It's, I mean, certainly looking up and seeing the top deck uncovered, you know, was a good feeling. And, you know, I don't know. You know, ownership tries to put pressure on me in winning games, so I'm going to put pressure on them and say that maybe one day we can fill the whole stadium and sell it out for every game.
It's just excellent. It's just so nice to be able to open, you know, this 3-game package up. You know, of course the Man U game is going to be a little bit nuts, and that's understandable. But to be able to get the extra 10,000 tonight, I'm sure there'll be an extra 20,000 for the last game of the season, and obviously the Man U game will be sold out. But it's always nice when you bring in more fans and they go home happy. They go home with a great game, 6 goals, lots of fun. Raj's tremendous celebration after the goal. So just a good time had by all.
One of the things you want as your team develops, you know, psychologically as it moves forward, is to find different ways to win games. And so, you know, we've been able to come back in some games, you know, and tie games late. We were able to win with 10 men last week. We had a lead. You know, I think we relaxed a little bit once we had the 2-goal lead. Both their goals ended up deflecting off our players a little bit, you know, off Zach Scott, actually, both of them. But you know, on the same token, then once it was tied, now it's a question of your character. Are you going to, you know, fold like a house of cards? Or are you going to stand up and get after it again? And I think we stood up and we got after it.
So the Sounders get a 4-2 win over New York. They've got 28 points now in MLS play, and they've got another match on Sunday right here against New England at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll see you then at CenturyLink Field. I'm Tony Ventrella, SoundersFC.com.